Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our standard tarot reading, so if you want to get a message from the cards, please come in, let me know. I am excited to share with you whatever message our cards have for us today. Before I get into that though, I would like to mention that if you like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons so you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. I have also included links to my social media, my website, and my commissions page. If you'd be interested in getting a private reading done with me, I would be happy to help you in any way that I can, but please follow your heart on that front. That's an option, not an obligation. So, it's there as an option if you would like to take part in that. Also, there is a list of the decks I'm using in the description as well. So if you want to see what I'm using, if you want to start a collection or add to an already existing collection that you may have, yeah, it's all there for you. And of course, there's going to be a bonus reading for this as well. So now that I've rambled on, let's get into our reading. Yeah, I'm going to start with the Oracle energy and see what we have. I am using a new deck, as you might be able to see. So I'm going to do my best to intuit a meaning from the cards. All up here. We'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah. So just to check in with you guys, how is everybody? I am okay. I'm okay. It's been a rough couple of days because I've been very busy with other life things. I had a hiccup yesterday. It's Wednesday as I'm filming this, and Tuesday was not a great day, if I'm being honest. And I think if we're going to tailor this reading to anything, I'd like to offer myself as well as all of you a means of soothing any anxiety, any fears you may have. We've been talking a lot about how to use anxiety and fear as a tool rather than something to resist. And yeah, I'd like to see how we can further that conversation with ourselves. So let's see what's in our oracle and get that portion of it started, and we'll see what the cards have to say. So to start, we have the Celestial Quartz, become inimitable. You get that in frame. The illustrations for these cards actually come from a book called The Illustrated Crystallary by Maia. And I just look at that. I love those illustrations, especially this one, because this is talking about, I'm going to say strength. I'm getting strength coming out of this. It's, immediately I'm hearing that we need to dig deep to find what we need because we are already carrying it with us. And we don't have to look for outside validation that our journey is the right one for us. There's that, but also we don't need validation that we actually have the free will to change that journey if we don't like the path we're on. Okay. So there's that. That's a good start, I think. We also have coming into power. I step into my power boldly and confidently. Okay. There's that. All right. And we also have garnet. This is talking about getting into our depth. Okay. If you're wondering, there's an explanation of the card here. So yeah, I think right now one thing we need to do is kind of remove ourselves from external discomforts and really get into the depth of what we're feeling right now, because there's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of fear, a lot of nerves. Um, just we're feeling a lot and we're going through a lot. And yeah, we're feeling a lot. We're going through a lot. It's been scary. Like I said, it's been scary, but somehow, in some way, you're being called to get out of the external and go internal. Okay, I'm hoping that makes sense. So let's get into our tarot reading and see what we have to see from that. If the energy we get from our oracle reading is to go deep and kind of separate, detach from the external, how best can we do that? What can we do to maximize that energy? Okay, so we're going to start with, the Lovers. Okay, so there's some choices to be made in this situation. I think there are definitely pros and cons to what we're experiencing right now, and it's hard, it's weird, it feels strange, but it is the kind of it's the kind of thing that we're looking to settle, because I think this choice is part of the anxiety that we're feeling right now, right? There is a tagline on this, and it says, "I trust my knowing and make a commitment." So yeah, there's knowledge that you already carry that you need to pause and tap into, because that's what's going to help you get through. That's what's going to help you get through this time. Okay. So we also have, let's see, we also have the Page of Swords. So yeah, we're looking at what we're thinking during this time as well, because right now, again, we're going through a lot. There's a lot of energy that probably has us feeling bounced around. I mean, we've been bounced around a lot lately, and it's yeah, it's again, it's scary. Things are scary right now. But I think that's what we're learning to take hold of, is what we're thinking and how those things are making us feel. Um, because I think one of the things, especially if you're prone to certain thought processes, I tend to overthink a lot. And I don't, if that's resonating with you, then both of us have probably felt very, very lost, very stuck, and we're doing it to ourselves. So I think the Page of Swords coming out here isn't really surprising to me, because we're learning how to take what we know about our coping mechanisms, take what we know about ourselves, take what we know about the way we process information, and apply it to how to get control over our minds, but also do some revising and editing about those coping mechanisms as well, because our situations are constantly changing, and the things that we've developed about the things that we've developed to help us cope during this time aren't going to work anymore. Okay? Not going to work anymore, not going to work as well as they did before. So there we go. Page of Swords. Okay. We also have the Eight of Swords coming out as well. So we've set ourselves up in a trap. Okay, and that's a trap of our own making. Because we can get out. We can move things aside. We need to clear the clutter and move aside of our own path so that we can actually do what we're setting out to do. Okay? I think the trick with the Eight of Swords here is that it's not so much about us being trapped by other people as it is that we are trapped by ourselves. Again, because we're doing this to ourselves and not from any external, not from anything external. Okay. Yeah, there's that. The Page of Swords. There's a learning process that we're going through, and you know, that learning process is difficult. It's challenging, but again, we're not as trapped as we think we are, and we can move forward if we give ourselves the chance to calm down, to assess what it is that we're looking at, okay, and get into our depth, do some revision, do some analyzing of what we are experiencing and feeling during this time. Okay. I'd like to go back to the Lovers real quick because I just had a thought that this could be a romantic situation for you. This could be a relationship that you're trying to develop and you're questioning whether it is the right place for you to be. That could be, it could be something else. But either way, I think there's the weighing of the pros and cons in your situation. Okay. And only you know what those are and how to move yourself forward. Okay. So let's see some hidden and clarifying energy for this reading, please. Let's do this. Let's see. Okay, hidden energy here is the Five of Wands. Five of Wands. Okay. 4 Wands of celebration. So, right off the bat, I'm hearing escapism. I'm hearing things like, yeah, I'm hearing things. I'm hearing things like escapism. I'm hearing things like trying to get away. And I don't, that's what my head's telling me. My heart's telling me something is different about this. The tagline on this card is I stand my ground and look for peace. So there's something here that you're having to constantly face. It's conflicting because you want to just not deal with it, but on the other hand, you have to. Okay, and I think that's causing some external conflict. And judging by what we have out already, yeah, I think this is going to go, I think this is going to pair well with the Eight of Swords, both in terms of the message here, but also in terms of the element here, because Wands of fire and swords are air, okay, and they need, air and fire need each other to feed each other, if you will, right? So, or let me put that better, fire needs air to burn, right? And again, there's some things you're feeling quite intensely, or starting to feel quite intensely. Yeah, there's the Five of Wands. Okay, and that was our hidden energy, the Five of Wands. Our clarifying energy is the World. So there's a sense of completion. There's a sense of things ending for you. And I wonder if this isn't the source of your, oh yeah, okay, now I get Five of Wands. Again, we're going back here because there's conflict. There's drama. There is a sense of being trapped in a place you don't want to be. Again, going to the Eight of Swords here. Um, yeah, you want to escape the drama. You want to step back. And, you're being called to step back, right? Called to detach a little bit. But that detachment or that process of working on detaching isn't um, isn't easy. It isn't. It isn't. Yeah, it isn't easy, and it's causing you to feel some kind of way about it. Okay. Um, but the thing is, not only will this not last forever, but nothing does. Okay. Uh, Things end. Things go. Uh, yeah, things end. Things complete. Things go differently than you might expect. Okay. Um, right now, I'm hearing right now, just let it be. Um, because things will resolve. Things will resolve, but you have to realize. I wonder if it's not realizing certain truths about yourself and your situation. Okay, let's go into clarifying each of the cards we are seeing out right now. Why are we seeing this? What are we seeing here? Let's see some clarifying energy for the Lovers. Okay, first card we have the Lovers and we have the Four of Wands to start clarifying it. So there was once a reason to celebrate. There was once a reason to yeah, there was once a reason to celebrate, especially in your past. There's a reason to celebrate now. And I'm gonna say it that way because you've made progress, whether you think about it that way or not. Um, you've made progress whether you think about it that way or not. I do think there is some acknowledgement of the stuck, gross, gnarly feeling. Okay. And that should be your reason to pause and say, yeah, thank you, I made it here. Now, how do we get ourselves forward, right? Um, and especially with the choice that I mentioned with the Lovers here, you're really looking at it. Um, but again, with the feeling of detachment and stepping back, especially to find your power, um, it could be that you lost sight of giving yourself a break too. So, okay, there's the Four of Wands. Starting with that, let's see here. The Eight of Coins. Yeah, you put yourself through a lot. You put yourself through some hard work, very diligent effort, and you have made progress. And so give yourself the chance to celebrate. That's one choice you can make because we're clarifying the Lovers here. Um, Here's what we're clarifying. Give yourself the chance. Give yourself the break. You've worked your ass off. Give yourself a chance to celebrate. Okay. So there's the Eight of Coins. All right. See the Page of Swords. Why are we seeing the Page of Swords here? Okay. Page of Swords. Okay. Aha. Page of Swords is being clarified by the Ten of Swords. So, first and foremost, the last card in this situation has been played. It has been, it has been moved out of your way. Okay, and now we're seeing things exactly as they are instead of how we need them to be. Um, yeah, it hurts. It hurts. This change in this situation hurts, and it has us feeling very much lost, especially because I talked about revising our coping mechanisms here. And, um, it hurts. It sucks. It's like, well, this isn't working, but I don't know what will. This, that, like I said, this coping mechanism over here isn't working, but what do I do with it? Please send help. Grown-ups, where are you? I need help, right? Um, yeah, there's something in this situation that's done. It's over, and it's time to let it go. Okay. So there's the Ten of Swords. Okay. All right. We also have the Three of Coins. So I think during this time, asking for help might be prudent for you, because there is a perspective shift that needs to happen. I'm saying that, and immediately I had a reading yesterday where I got the Hanged Man in reverse. So it looked like he was just standing. It looked like he was standing on one foot, kind of thing. There may be a blockage in your perspective, or a blockage in the way that you're trying to shift that perspective. And I think in order to help that reaching out to someone for help, for an outsider for an outsider view on your situation may be helpful. That could mean that you get some truth bombs dropped on you. That could mean that it causes more drama than you thought it would. You know how to judge that situation, but potentially reaching out to someone for some perspective on the situation you're in may be prudent to do. Okay, so let's see the Eight of Swords. Okay, Eight of Swords. What are we seeing here, please? Eight of Swords. Okay. All right, Eight of Swords. We also have the Page of Wands coming out as well. So I think in this situation it may be an issue of acting impulsively. And it could be that you're channeling some nervous energy. Okay. And even though you're channeling some nervous energy, some desires to be impulsive, and that's not helpful. I know you know this. It's not helpful because you're kind of hitting the pause on it. You're hitting pause, and it's not working. It's just like, oh no, it's not working. What do I do? How do I fix this? You're in your head, and you desire to move, physically move, but also move the energy out, because again, you're being called to do that with the Ten of Swords. Okay. The other thing I'm hearing is that you in order to help you with this Eight of Swords energy, this trapped feeling, figure out ways of living joyfully within reason. Okay, because you don't want to go out and spend a bunch of money, right? Or spend a bunch of money, or do a bunch of really silly things. What's within your reason, right? Live joyfully, reasonably, if that makes sense. And I think when you figure out that balance, this Eight of Swords energy might be a little bit easier to contend with. Okay. So there's your Page of Wands energy. Ten of Coins, also clarifying the Eight of Swords. I think once we figure out the essence of what it means for us to live joyfully, there's going to be a lot of overflow and a lot of happiness. We'll be able to take care of ourselves as well as others, and we won't have to feel depleted, certainly not emotionally depleted, but we won't have to feel mentally drained in the process. Okay? Again, hopefully that makes sense. So let's go back real quick because I think I rambled on. The Eight of Swords, that might have us feeling trapped, and because we're feeling trapped, we may have the desire to act impulsively. But on the flip side of that, we're learning to find a balance of doing what makes us happy without the impulse, okay? Without just doing something off the cuff and not really thinking about its impact, okay? And once we do that, we'll have what we need to take care of ourselves and others, okay? All right, so let's go into our Five of Wands energy. Let's see what we need to see to clarify that Five of Wands, okay? So here's a conflict. Ew, not fun, right? Why are we seeing it? We're seeing it because we got our Knight of Cups energy coming out. So there's some actions we need to take about getting into our depth. Okay, again, getting into our depth here. I'm struck immediately by this eagle, hawk, giant bird of prey here because it has its wings open. Okay, I'm gonna say that it desires to fly. That's part of the emotion you're feeling, and at least for me, the journey of cups is to get our to gain mastery over what we're feeling. So yeah, gain mastery, and with the Knight of Cups here, we're close. We're very close. We're not quite there. We're not quite the king. Excuse me. We're not quite the king, but we're still learning. I think even kings, even kings still have learning experiences too. Okay, and right now we're standing in turbulent water. Okay, that's okay. Um, we're the kind of person that wears our hearts on our sleeves, but we're also the kind of person that knows how to take what we're feeling, especially in the time of conflict, and channel it in a way that, yes, makes sense, but also helps others. Okay. Five of Swords. So, yeah, okay. Let's move on. Got the Knight of Cups, but we also have the Page of Cups. What did I say about we're still learning? Both of us, I say both of us. I mean the Knight and the Page of Cups. We're very emotional. I mean these two characters are emotional beings. They have a lot on their heart and mind, and they feel a lot. They feel deeply. In the case of the Page of Cups, there's still lessons to be learned in how to really grow and expand into our into the emotions that we feel. So instead, and what I mean by that is instead of letting those emotions just rule and we act on them willy-nilly, we're taking what we know about how we feel, channeling it so that it makes sense for us in the situation, but that it's not, that we don't take impulsive actions to helping solve the problem, because it may be that they don't it doesn't work. Those things don't work, right? So there's the Page of Cups, okay? So let's get into clarifying the world here. Why are we seeing the World card here? Okay, the World card is going to be clarified by, okay, card is going to be clarified by the Eight of Cups. Disappointment sucks. Disappointment hurts. Turn your back. It's time to turn your back on it. That's easier said than done, given that we have like this Eight of Swords energy, the Five of Wands energy. Let it be over. Let it be over. Let it be done. Let it be, just let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be. I mean, okay. I believe that's John Lennon that I'm quoting, but I will look it up. I will look it up for sure. Yeah. And so it's time to turn your back on this, on whatever in this situation has disappointed you, and time to move on. It's time to move on. There are new, bigger, better, greener pastures waiting for you to come water it. So yeah, there it is. Eight of Cups. That's getting your ending energy started here. We also have the Page of Swords. I think this is a repeat card. Yeah, that's a repeat card. So I think it's safe to say that we're working on recollecting ourselves, especially after a disappointing situation that has had us feeling pain and trapped by that pain. Yeah, feeling trapped in order to get out of that situation. We're coming to grips with thoughts, revising old coping mechanisms, and just letting things be. Okay. And this is what we're learning at this time, right? Okay, Page of Swords. Let's get into our final tarot deck, and then the bonus reading, and then we will see where we go from here. So let's see how we can best use this situation. What else do we need to see here? Okay. What else do we need to see, please? All right. First card we need to see here is death. Yeah. There's a change in energy here, because I think whereas before we're so anxious, we're so nervous, we're trapped, we're feeling it, but no, this energy does have the potential to change, and I think that's going to be an inevitable move that we have to make. Okay, nothing stays the same. Yeah, nothing stays the same, and we're gonna have to move on. Okay, so there is death. We also have that is Four of Cups. So where we are bored, where we are dissatisfied, where we are disillusioned by the situation, now that's going to change, and it's going to be different. Things are going to look different from here on in. Okay, so once we've made the changes we need to make, there's going to be things that we see in our situation that are like, really, that's what that is? No, I don't want that. No, move it out, right? Mhm. yeah, we're moving things out that we aren't serving us anymore. Okay. Also, we need to acknowledge our part in that situation. Okay. Because I just noticed there's a little apple up here. And by that I'm hearing that there's some really tempting, nice things in front of us. Nope, sorry, I have my blinders on right now because those things are not serving right now. Those things are not serving me. Okay, so let's see what else we need to see here. What else do we need to see? Okay, we also have the Five of Swords. So, we got what we wanted when we needed it, or when we thought we needed it, but um, now it isn't. It isn't. It's like, oh, really? Okay, this is what I signed up for? No, this is not what I thought I was getting. Okay, remember going back to the Four Cups here, there's some blinders in our situation that need to get put up because things aren't there are things in our space that aren't what we thought they would be. Okay. Um, so yeah, make some changes, get the old unhappy things out of the way, if you want to say it like that. Let's see what okay, hidden energy, clarifying energy. Let's go. Okay. We have the Nine of Coins as our hidden energy. So excuse me. We need to take some time for ourselves, some time to really get into our own wisdom and our own depth. Okay, like I said, this video is about channeling emotions differently, right? Um, it's time. I think it's time. We've been through the ringer, right? We've been through some shit emotionally, okay? And it's time to give ourselves a break because things are coming to seed. Things are coming to fruition. They take time, okay? It takes time. And this is as much a reminder for myself as it is for you guys, especially if you're experiencing emotional turmoil in a situation, okay? You may feel stuck in a situation for a while, but it won't be like that forever, okay? Yeah, it won't be like that forever. So there's our Nine of Coins, okay? It's our hidden energy. Our clarifying energy is the Lovers. So we have this coming out again. We are always going to have a choice. We are always, always, always going to have a choice. How we make those choices, how we channel our energies, how we do the things we need to do is up to us. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. We're going to get into the bonus reading. However, first, I'm going to pause for some water. So let's have a hydration break. Cheers, friend. Okay. So with this bonus reading, I kind of want to see a pros and cons energy coming out here. What do we need to what do we need to see in terms of pros and in terms of cons? So maybe this situation, pros and cons. Let's go off of our main reading to answer that question. What are the pros and cons? We have the Lovers coming out here, and this is a repeat card. So what options might we have here? Okay, so to get into our bonus oracle, we have Lepidolite. This is breathing in your trueness. Gosh, look at that. Okay. We have being in the flow. I am the flow of the universe. Okay. We have the tiger's eye. Balance your whole being. Just coming out perfectly here. Okay. So let's pause there and get our oracle. One option that we may have is to reconnect. Again, reconnecting with ourselves. Thank you. Okay. I'm getting a little bit tight in my throat here because I've been talking, but also because I've been having some allergy stuff happen that you may be able to hear. I apologize. Um, but getting into the flow of our being here, we have this unicorn. I'm getting into that statement because of this flow card, but also this lepidolite card. Yeah, we're getting into the flow of our being, right? And that is going to require some balance. Okay, there's a tiger eye, there's the information, but there's the stone itself. Okay, so how do we do that? How do we get into the flow? How do we tap into our trueness? Okay, one thing we have, yeah, that was the first card out. We have the High Priestess. So we need to tap into our intuition, our inner knowing, inner trueness. Hello, hi, inner priestess and the unicorn, lepidolite, judging, getting to that because that's the illustration here. But yeah, tap into your intuition, tap into what you already know. You might not know you already know it, but there it is. High Priestess. Okay. We also have the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands. So in order to do that, I think you need to acknowledge your pain and burden. Okay? Yeah, that's a lot. Mm-hmm. So one option is to get into your trueness by acknowledging what pains you, what burdens you, but also what puts you into the flow of yourself. There's one option. Your second option here, we have obsidian, sharp. What is that? Sharp and shadows. So yeah, this is also, I guess, tapping into your dark side, maybe. Tapping into your dark side so you can understand where your rough edges are. Okay, that's obsidian. Okay. We also have healing the past. I step into my future with strength and clarity. Okay. And we also have the Herkimer diamond. And this is talking about power washing your energy. There's the information. Okay. So another option you may have is to find your sharp edges and tap into those so you can heal your past and heal your energy, heal your past, come new, come fresh, right? So how do we do that? How can we best do that right now? Okay, you have the Six of Pentacles. So again, coming back into balance, coming into reciprocity, knowing that you are capable of healing so you can give and receive in equal measure. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles. We have Temperance, balance again. Balance, moderation, acting with both your highest good and the highest good of others in mind. Okay. And we also have the Page of Coins. So this is about taking what you already know and taking what you know about how you need to grow emotionally, spiritually, what you need in order to take care of your finances, just everything to do with your garden and getting that to grow. And again, acting in balance in order to best do that work. Okay? Okay, guys. So, we have some options in terms of our Lover's card. That's where I channeled the bonus reading. But for now, I'm going to call it quits for this reading at large. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. If anything resonated, please let me know in the description. Comments is what I meant to say. Everything I've listed, that'll be in the description. And if you like what you see in the video, you know what buttons to press. So until the next reading, guys, I will see you very soon. I love you very much. Stay safe. Bye, everybody.